When it comes to recruiting, a lot of fans would like their teams to treat them like Pokemon and go and catch them all. But in all reality, that's not possible. A lot of these kids at their young ages of 16, 17, 18 are still trying to decide what they want to do with themselves. And unfortunately, some players decide to make multiple commitments and change their mind multiple times. And in this situation, this is what Oklahoma ran into as a four-star wide receiver Anthony Evans decided to decommit from Oklahoma and flip his commitment to Georgia. I want to talk about Anthony Evans and how unfortunate it is, but at the same time, wishing him well here on Unfair Sports. Thank you all for tuning in. I am your host, Jay. Please, if you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button as well as the bell notification. We're dropping a lot of content around recruiting over the next few weeks, and we focus heavily on OU football, college football, and then our podcast, Unfair Sports, does sports in general. Also, jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on other prospects we're going to go after. I'm going to talk about some names here throughout the show that you all can check out or the video. And then we can discuss, potentials of picking them up and what it would look like. So with that, let's dive into Anthony Evans' decommitment from Oklahoma and moving on to something else. And so I want you all to understand this, and I say this because a lot of Sooner fans do watch the channel. I do have fans from other channels that pull in. I appreciate you all pulling up, and I want you all to understand and recognize this as well. When it comes to recruiting, until they sign on the line, which is dotted, there's no guarantee a player is going to come. There's always an opportunity for flipping unless that player is truly dedicated to said school. And Anthony Evans, as great of a player as he is and how committed as he seemed, he never was truly dedicated to Oklahoma. He was still trying to decide what he wanted to do with himself. Remember, he was committed to Arkansas at the beginning of this year and then decommitted from Arkansas to flip and commit to Oklahoma, in which he decided to go to the Georgia-Tennessee game. His mother is a Georgia fan. First time she's ever got a chance to go there. It's a free trip. Why not take it? And then at that point, Georgia was able to flip him. Understood. If that was something that his mother he loved and wanted to do, totally for it. Making his mama proud. And nothing wrong with that. He did give reassurance back to Sooner fans that there's nothing to worry about, but we all know the writing on the walls. There's stuff to worry about. But Evans himself, 5'11-ish, 155. He's a burner, track star, track runner. Top 275 player in the country. 4-star overall. Ranked, let me see, he's ranked around in the top 100 in Texas. Some have him in the top 35. Others have him in the top 85. Just depends on what ranking you go with, as you can see the picture here. But overall itself, I think Anthony Evans is a solid player and prospect, and Georgia got themselves a good one. Got him one that got a lot of potential to make some noise. So shout out to Georgia. Cool with you all. Of course, all the Georgia trolls jumped into my video I made back in August when Anthony initially committed to Oklahoma. I went ahead and disabled the comments. There's no reason to troll. He flipped to you all. Did Georgia fans forget about this guy who just recently decommitted? Daniel Harris, 4-star corner, who's actually a top 120 player in the country. So, yeah, this is going to happen regardless. No matter who you are, what school you are, you're going to lose players in the recruiting battle, and they're going to change their mind and go other places. We lost one. We've also gained one. We've gained flips as well. So, Georgia fans, don't get too excited and talk too much noise and don't lie to yourself and say a player like Daniel Harris is not one you wanted, because you wanted him when you got him. You was excited about having him. Then when you decided he didn't want to be there no more, you got salty. Don't be that way. And I'm telling that to Sooner fans as well. Don't be salty that Anthony Evans decided to go elsewhere. It's okay. Maybe he was not someone that we should have had. Maybe he's not someone that we needed for our system. We've got other prospects, and I'm going to talk about them right now. But before that, jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on some of the other commits that we had over the last week. Also, hop in there and tell me about some players you want us to look at, some players maybe want us to profile or talk about. I'm going to go grab a few and hopefully get some videos made for you guys this week. Love to talk through these prospects with you all and get you all excited. So from there, we have a few prospects that I think that we should keep an eye out on for Oklahoma. For one, Micah Tease. He's up there in Tulsa at Booker T. Washington. Athlete, monster. Rumor has it he has a love for Oklahoma. I'm really hoping that is very much true. But Micah right now is committed to Arkansas, so it's one of those you would have to flip. He is a consensus 160 75, top 175 player. So he's rated a little bit higher. Number 3 player in the state, number 5 player in his position as an athlete. Just around everything, he goes on 24/7. He's 110, and then Rivals has him at 213, as you can see with these numbers. You know, he's all over the board as far as skill set, but he's one of those players that, you know, he's a track guy. He's got some speed on him, and he can catch. He's one to keep an eye on. Another one is Nolensville, Tennessee wide receiver Chance Fitzgerald. So, if you've heard this name, well, if you heard the city that I just mentioned, Nolensville, Tennessee, you recall that we just recently got a commitment from a pretty solid player there, Taylor Wine. This is Taylor Wine's teammate, and there's a good chance that we could snatch him up as well. I'm hearing rumors that there's conversations around him. I did see in our 24/7 board with Parker Thune, he mentioned that this is a name to keep an eye on. I would love to have him. 6'3", track guy that can blow the top off. I like tall receivers. I like players like Jalil Farouk. I like more of them on our team. Hopefully we can snatch him up as well. So there's players in play that Oklahoma is going after, so don't believe the hype to think that Oklahoma stops. They still keep fillers out there just to, you know, make sure things are okay. And if they feel some resistance from current recruits, they'll pay attention to others and have contingency plans. And don't forget, December 5th is going to be when the transfer portal actually opens after championship day. And I promise you, you're going to see a mass exodus from Oklahoma, from Georgia, from Alabama, from Ohio State. Everywhere in the country, players are going to be leaving and looking for new destinations. So Oklahoma will have an opportunity to go grab some other players that can either potentially start or add depth to the roster. So transfer portal, that's going to be a busy weekend. I'm going to be around. I'll have all kinds of stuff queued up. Pretty stoked and excited about it. Let's keep your eyes out for it. So thank you all for tuning in here to Unfair Sports. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe button, and the bell notification. If you are not, make sure you got the bell notification on there while liking and subscribing if you haven't done that as well. And share, because sharing is caring. Hop in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. We will chop it up. Probably have some videos over the next week. I'm going to talk about some prospects and some players that we expect to sign that are already, or players that have already committed. I'm going to do a little bit of profiles. I'm going to start off with Jackson Arnold. I want to show some of his highlights from this season and get you all excited about a future quarterback too. We'll chop it up with all of you guys, I don't know, in a few days. Peace.